Hey, 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 party people! Guess what today is? It's Law of Attraction card day! Woo, woo, yeah, yeah! Anyways, well, I survived getting my blood drawn today without passing out. Woo! I'm celebrating a win! Pretty excited. Anyways, how are you doing this beautiful day? I am going to pull a card and we'll just get started. I'm going to pick this card. Today's card is My Goal of Happiness is Important Enough. The reason you are not conscious of any specific pre-birth goals is because there was no specific goal. You had, before your birth, general intentions such as being happy, being an uplifter, having continual growth, but the specific process to achieve those things are up to you to decide from here on and right currently. In this time, you are the creator. How freaking exciting is that? So let's relate happiness to our spare tire and to our overall health. Here's the pretty card if you want to check it out today. Being happy is something that you decide to do. It's a process that we have that we decide to be happy or we decide to be sad. We decide how we feel. And yes, most of the time that is a conscious decision. Yes, I understand there are chemical imbalances in our body that can affect our overall happiness, joy, can cause depression and other things. But we can decide if we want to let that soak into us or if we want to let out something else. So let's say we have now decided that let's do stress management and work and our happiness. So you are going to your job every day and you are sitting in traffic and you have a coworker or a boss that is getting on your nerves and you just every day you wake up and you're like, crap, this is my life. This sucks. Oh my goodness. Poor me. Pity me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting in traffic. All that jackass just cut me off. Whatever it is, you woke up with the dread and the stress of having to go to some place that's uncomfortable for you, that's not a good fit for your life. So the goal of happiness is important enough. So again, I'm going to go back to the first thing in the morning and how happiness can be affected by your thoughts first thing. That's why I keep saying it's so important to write down those 6 things in the morning. 6 things that you are grateful for about your body, 3 things that you are grateful for about your body, and 3 things you are grateful for about your life. Start looking at that crappy situation, that crappy commute, that crappy job, whatever it is. Say, hey, I was able to make my car payment this month that allows me to go to my job. Is that the best way to look at it? Not really, but you just made something that makes you miserable and you've put gratitude to it. So you start making that happiness shift. The same thing with hey, I have this job. They are paying me to do something. Or, hey, they're paying me to torture me so that they feel better about themselves. Just start making it something like, hey, I'm grateful that I have a job so that I can make the payments to have the lifestyle I want. And maybe if that's not the case and you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're not being able to do some of the things that you want to do, maybe that's even as simple as changing out some of your foods to organics versus conventional. Start finding things that you are grateful for about that job. Hey, did that job go and make sure that your cubicle or your space was ergonomic so that you don't injure yourself? I had a job from hell. Let me tell you, I was tortured and I was thrown under the bus for things I didn't do. I mean, it got bad. I had to get the union involved. And anyways, long story short, I finally ended up being able to leave. But for the 2 years that I dealt with this, I found a way to make it tolerable. And that was, hey, I'm grateful I have a job that covers my insurance, that covers, my bills. I might not have all the things that I want, My car might be breaking down around itself, but I still have a car that can get there. I still am physically able to do this. And then I started changing things up. Was there someone special in the office that made you laugh, that became a good friend? Or maybe it was a customer that came in that made your day and was like, hey, how are you today? And just, that simple smile and the interaction made your day worthwhile. So start focusing, because it can't all be bad. Start focusing on the little things, and if it's not the little things, laugh at the things that suck if you can. Again, the card is, the goal of happiness is important enough. If you are happy enough and it's important to you enough to start switching your mind over to being happy versus being miserable, you can do a lot with your life. So what I ended up doing was saying, okay, I can play this game because I know why you're treating me like crap. I know why you are doing all these things to me, because you don't actually understand your job. You don't actually understand how to do it, and you are afraid because I have the knowledge and the education to take your spot. So this person was reacting out of fear. And once it became, that, I kind of started, maybe this wasn't the right choice, but I let my ego get involved. And I came in on my high horse every morning and I was like, okay, I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability. And if some sort of something that was supposed to slip through needed to slip through that I knew was unethical, that I knew was not something that could be done, guess what? I raised my hand. And I started standing up for it. And then I got to start saying every morning, I am grateful that I have the strength to stand up for what's right. I am grateful for my knowledge and education to fully understand this situation so that I can provide the best service to this company that I was working for. I am grateful that I am able to see the situation for what it is and not take personally someone else's shortcomings that are taking it out on me. I am grateful that I have the ability to make things right and to make this more ethical. And since the position was something that needed a lot of ethics, something that there were many people that paid into that were expecting, I was able to provide something to them that they wouldn't have gotten if there was somebody who wasn't as strong as I was. So my shift in saying I was grateful for things changed the way that I was able to do my job. And it changed my happiness. I walked in there smiling, bubbly, treating everybody else in the office, everyone in the office, super friendly. On birthdays, I would get this person's birthday gifts and all the things. And guess what? It drove them crazy. Kill them with kindness. And you know what? That killing them with kindness, if you're a little evil like me, you can insert an evil laugh here, made me feel pretty good about myself and made me change my sad, depressed thoughts to, oh, I know that I'm better than this. I know there's a way to get out of this. Let's fix this. And that was a happiness choice. I was able to say, okay, what am I willing to sacrifice to make the changes I need to make today? And it's not always about sacrifice, but the ultimate goal is to be happy. But here's the kicker. I want you to really think about what is happiness to you. So for the end of this little law of attraction cards thing, here's my question for you that I would love to know what your answer is. Define happiness. Define what your life would look like if you were happy. Tell me the things that need to be in there or not in there, or if it's an attitude, if it's a thing, if it's a person, if it's a place, whatever it is. I want you to really think about what is happiness to you. I know, that's a hard one, right? What is happiness to you? And, sorry, something was about to fall off my desk, but happiness, what is it? It's a feeling, and it's not going to be the same feeling for everyone. So I want you to really think about, what is happiness? And again, my goal of happiness is important enough So what is your goal for happiness? What does that end happiness look like for you? The reason you are not conscious of any specific pre-birth goal is because there were no specific goals. You had, before your birth, general intentions, such as being happy, being an uplifter, having continual growth, but the specific process to achieving those things are up to you to decide here and now. In this time, you are the creator. So I challenge you again to think about what is happiness to you and how are you planning on achieving that? So I'm really excited for you. Woo, woo. Yeah, it's another happy day. Be grateful. Be just wonderful. And I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about happiness? What do you think about all this woo, which is what a lot of people call it? But I'd really like to know. And do you think that in your happiness, it's going to be different things like your food and all of that? Would happiness be getting to the bottom of your food allergies or allergies in general? Or getting off the excess weight so that your joints don't hurt? Is that part of your happiness? Really think about what it is. I'm here for you. I'm here to answer questions. I am actually super excited, and let's party like a rock star. Whoa, that one was really, really stinky. I don't even know if you saw that. Woo! Try it again. All right. Happy day, everyone. I hope you have a good one. And for some reason, there is not a stop button. So I'm sorry. You're going to wait for a second because I can't find the finish button. Finish with a jam. Shake it out. And let's live the happiest, most energized lives that we could possibly have. Because it's your time to stop dragging it through life and live the life you love fully charged. Whoop, whoop. Have a good one. Party on, party people.